This is episode 24 of me sitting down once a week to talk about life and business. Welcome back to Monday Diaries. As always, this is going to be a raw one-take update. I'm still out here in Greece on the island of Crete this time, in a little tiny village called Gones, I think. And if you have a short attention span, go watch my Thursday videos. It kind of shows behind the scenes more of what goes on day to day, but this one is a one-take update on what's been happening and the lessons I've learned this week. So straight into it, Art of Monday's update is on the screen right now. We've had 129 applications, which is up 12 from last week. We have 26 members now, so that's up 3 from last week. And the reason is we open our doors once a month for new members. And of those new members, one of them is an e-commerce guy. He has like a pet brand. One is a design agency founder, and the other is a content creator, social media kind of person building a community. So really cool people in. I'm always excited to get new faces in, especially because the people that are accepted are so aligned with how we see the world and our values that it's just like growing this small and intimate, sort of slowly growing this group of people that I really want to spend time with personally. So selfishly, I get to sit in rooms where I learn all day, every day, which is pretty cool. So the average member does about $3 million in revenue a year and is 25-ish in age. It kind of spans from 18 actually all the way through to 32, 33. So that's really cool. Personal brand growth stats. I'm at 1,729 subs on YouTube. So still growing, up 184 from last week. I think that's my best week so far. I am at 154.2 on Instagram, which grew 847, and then I lost 1,349. That was kind of to be expected. So net negative 500. And I've been posting pretty much daily. I got through 5 or 6 days, and then we had an offline day yesterday. So I didn't post then, but usually when you start hammering the posts again, you see that fall off. So that's natural. And we'll see where that goes. TikTok, 322.3K, and that's down 170, so minimal. So this week was a lot more chill. My brother Flynn and his partner Jenna left to continue their travels through Europe. So it was just me, Alina, Liam, and Tess. And that was a lot of fun. We beach hopped, we walked around a lot. I'm really getting into walking. I'll talk more on that in the future. And had a couple of late nights editing as well, which is just the life of a YouTuber these days. Yeah, anyway, let's get straight into the juicy stuff. So, big win of the week is, I think, for the first time in probably 5 years. No, not 5 years, but close to. We had an offline day on Saturday, completely offline, didn't touch the phone at any point throughout the day. So when we were driving around, we had no maps. We were just figuring out where we went. Alina and I both did this. And it was so refreshing because everything I do is online. Everything we're surrounded by is online, computer screens, phone screens. The last time I did that, I've just remembered, was actually in Morocco last year, where we did a Sahara Desert tour. And for 4 days, thank you. And for 4 days, we actually couldn't connect to the internet. So we actually couldn't use our phones. So that was about this time last year. So it's been a year since I've done it. And I'm going to do it more often. I'm thinking maybe monthly would be a really nice change. Lesson from this week. We actually did a Tony Robbins goal setting exercise. I've done it a couple of times in the past, and it's such a nice refresher to get your goals back in front of you. And my reflection on that was really asking the question, what needs to be true for this to happen? So if my goal is to get 1 million subscribers on YouTube, who do I need to be and what needs to be true for me to do that? Well, probably I have someone full-time following around filming and putting out much more content than I am now. I'm probably the kind of person that can talk in public very easily, like all of these things, and you kind of just backtrack what needs to be true in order for me to get there, because so often we create goals and then we just blindly are working towards it, knowing what the end goal is, but not really knowing how to get there or who they have to be at that point. So I really like thinking about it the other way around, and it was such a great reflection. And then revisit and update your goals regularly, because otherwise you're essentially choosing goals that an old version of you set. So if I set goals now for a year from now, and at that point, I'm still trying to chase goals that I set a year ago. And so that in itself is flawed. It's like, if we're evolving as people, which should be happening very, very regularly in order to reach these goals, then our goals need to change regularly as well. So that's something I'm thinking about a lot and just adjusting as I go, and I'd encourage you guys to try. every sort of 90 days, probably resetting and adjusting goals based on the person you are at that point in time. Challenge from this week, aside from a lack of exercise, to be honest, it's probably finding new inspiration for reels, because last year I posted, I think, 100 days straight or thereabouts. Fortunately, I was traveling full time, so I was constantly shooting new things, and I was with some friends that were very easy to shoot and made it very interactive and fun. But it's really hard to do if you're not with people in that way. And Alina and I can get it done pretty easily, but then it can sometimes feel repetitive because it's just us or it's just coupley stuff or whatever. So thinking a lot about new, fresh inspiration, how to keep it creative, especially now that I'm posting daily. One thing to ponder is, are you working towards goals that the old you has set? Do you need to update them? If so, reach out. I've got this Tony Robbins thing. I can send you a link to it. She left me some cake. It's such a family vibe here. It's like the lady who owns this tavern, she was born in this village. Her mum works here. I'm sure she's got kids around. They grow their own food. They've got the Airbnb below this tav. It's just a cool little, what is this, hazelnut? Okay, I'm going to cut it here because I don't really have much else to say, but I appreciate you guys being here. I hope you start fuck with Mondays too. Peace.